this is very much not as much about online commerce, although the consumer is important, but it is about cloud computing. And we've seen a little bit of weakness on some of those mega cap companies that have large cloud divisions. What are you looking for?
We're looking for a continued slowdown. I mean, Amazon's so big now that, the macroeconomy it affects the company. And so we saw a slowdown in AWS last quarter. We think it's going to slow down again this quarter. And also we saw a pretty large margin contraction, which we're also expecting again this quarter. AI is the topic of kind of the last few months. Obviously, Amazon is a big player that way. And so we do think we're going to hear a little bit about what they're doing vis-a-vis AI.
All right. So the AI, only because you brought it up, I didn't have to. You brought up AI. I wonder, Amazon has been, you can argue, one of the companies in tech and certainly mega cap tech that was early in that AI trade, so to speak. I'm not going to say it because I'll set off everyone's home devices, but you know who I'm talking about, right? The voice assistant. And I'm not going to say her name.
Absolutely.
But for Amazon, when it comes to artificial intelligence, what is the next step? What could they say that gets you excited or maybe gets you a little bit less excited about that Amazon AI-related story?
Well, I mean, I think it's about with AWS bringing AI to their customers in a way that's workable. They have a whole education program designed for their customers, how to best use AI. And so I think they can talk about penetration, what they're doing with their customers. But they have the largest customer base using the cloud. And so you marry that with their AI, and I think it puts them in a really great place. Now, like we said before, things are slowing down. So I think it's really about the future.
Okay, so now that we've taken care of business with regard to the buzzwords and the hot topics and everything, Amazon is still a very large retailer, exposed to the consumer here and around the world. What exactly then can it tell us about the consumer spending picture, and what does it mean for profit margins over at Amazon right now?
I mean, I think there's two things going on. Number one is they're trying to get more profitable. We think that's happening. The delivery speeds are coming down. That means market share in the future. These are all good things, but they are part of the U.S. economy. We see the good side of the economy slowing. There was a lot of extra buying during the pandemic. That's going to run through Amazon's numbers. We're expecting about an 8% growth rate. But again, it's more about the future. The future is speed. The future is margin, because that leads to market share. And we think Amazon's going to take a lot of market share over the next few years as they automate those big facilities, bring costs down, and then drive volumes. In fact, we just looked at, it was just kind of a peek into what they're doing with Bosch. We ran about 10 different Bosch tools, and lo and behold, Amazon was the cheapest by far as they were running a big sale. We're going to see a lot more of that from Amazon, and they're kind of twin a little bit, or competitor Walmart, doing the exact same thing, automating, driving down their costs of their facilities. And really, you're going to see two companies eat a lot of share in the U.S., and it's a real negative for a lot of retailers. But that's the story of Amazon. Andy Jassy, that's been what he wants to do: drive down costs, drive down delivery times, and take a lot of market share. And we think they're going to do it. And we also think Walmart's going to do it. And it's really a problem for a lot of people.